It's Larry back again, World's Panasonic. Yeah, she just won't leave me alone. She's right up here. She's got to be on my lap all the time. When I'm doing something, she's kissing me. But what I was going to talk about, something I haven't even seen anybody. I see tons of videos on YouTube about Dolby Vision versus HDR10 or HDR10 Plus. But there's never anybody that mentions Dolby Vision Vivid or Dolby Vision Bright on some TVs. Now, my new TV, Z8BA, that I just recently got, it has Dolby Vision and Dolby Vision, what they call Vivid. Now, what I've noticed about Dolby Vision is the detail. Two things. If you got someone's face, it doesn't look like 4K in a way. It's not detailed in the faces. And also, if you're in a house or something, it's like somebody's in there with a flashlight holding it over top of the camera. But if you put it on the Vivid, you would think it would blow it out, which they claim it does on some TVs, but it don't on mine. The Vivid just enhances everything, not only the foreground, the background, but people's faces. To me, it's just a better overall experience, although Vivid is supposed to be, for an average room or a room with light, where my room, which you see behind me here, is totally dark. Then I should be using Dolby Vision Dark, according to them. But nobody's really went into that detail. So I just like to know what y'all think. I mean, I did also find out something about my TV that I didn't know. Apparently, it's not a 25 model panel. Now, here's what my thinking is on the situation. Panasonic may have had some 77-inch panels left over from 2024, and they had to use the panels or they just throw them away. They probably didn't want to do that. So I think they decided to make the Z8BA, and it's supposed to be a 25 model, but actually it's using a 24 model panel is what I found on the internet. So I'm happy with it. I mean, it has a good picture, but I personally I prefer the Dolby Vision, bright, especially like Godzilla -1. When the guy, he's in his little house there with his girlfriend or whatever, or his wife, and you can't see. You can see there's furniture and everything. Tall, there's furniture, but when you put it on Dolby Vision Vivid, you can see everything in there. It's like you turn on a overhead light or something in the room. And another thing, I've also got an issue that I don't know what's causing it. I have a buddy of mine, and he has a Hisense TV. He has a UB9000, and he's got the same problem. Godzilla versus Kong is it's in HDR10 Plus. Now my TV is supposed, and it also is in Dolby Vision as well. Dolby Vision, when I put that movie in, it comes up and says Dolby Vision, just like it's supposed to. But when the movie starts playing and you go into your picture menu, it's coming HDR10 Plus. And my buddy, like I said, who has the Hisense and has the UB9000, he says done it on his too, but he said at the end of the movie, I don't know if he watched the whole movie or not, but he said at the end of the movie where the credits is on, it goes back to Dolby Vision. So that's the only movie that they made in HDR10 Plus, because all the other Godzilla movies and stuff are Dolby Vision. So it's kind of strange, So if any of you out there have experienced an issue like that, I don't have any other movies that are in HDR10 Plus, so I can't say every movie's going to do that. The only way I could get it to play in Dolby Vision is I had to go into my player and turn off HDR10 Plus, and then that forced it to play in Dolby Vision. And another little thing I wanted to mention on Godzilla -1, I thought this was kind of something. When I was watching the ships out there in the ocean, well, when I put it in vivid mode, that water, it made me, I started feeling dizzy. I feel like I was getting seasick watching that water. It's just brought so much more detail out in the waves and everything. I don't know. Anybody out there, want to say anything, what they think about Dolby Vision? Now, I do a lot of TVs don't call it Vivid. They call it Dolby Vision Bright. But Panasonic calls it Dolby Vision Vivid. And, of course, that's regular Dolby Vision. But I prefer that from so far what I've seen on Dolby Vision movies. And I'll bring up another quick thing, not that it might not interest you unless you're, just curious, but Panasonic is apparently having an issue in Japan with people really wanting the Blu-ray recorders. They are sold out, they are back ordered, and people are wanting them big time, and they said they were going to do everything in their power if they had to take resources from somewhere else to start producing more DVD and Blu-ray recorders. So that's kind of a good thing, knowing that people's interested in that. And hopefully, physical media is not going to go anywhere. It's kind of like what we're looking at with financial, with money. Everything wants to go digital and all this crap. But that's just a few little things I wanted to talk about. We started working on my shelf yesterday, my stand for my TV, which is also going to be holding my 9000 and my DVD player and my Laserdisc player. So I'm going to have 4 pieces of equipment under the TV. Now, there's something I'm going to do that a lot of people might not think is a good thing. The TV, is so tall with it on the stand too. If I put the center channel above the TV, it's going to be extremely high, So what I'm making this shelf is right under the TV in the center. I'm going to put the center channel speaker. But I'm going to line the inside with acoustical material, which I have in here. And I'm going to have the center channel sitting in there, but I'm going to have it tilted up so that the sound's coming up, not going out, hitting you in your ankle or your whatever, I just think that, and plus it's a safety issue too, because if something ever happened and that speaker was to fall, being way up high like that, and it would hit the TV or hit the floor, then it'd be some major damage and stuff. And I think it's going to be fine. As long as it's, because right now, I temporarily have the center channel sitting in the floor in front of my TV, but I have it set where it's angled to, like I said, tilted upwards. And it seems to be doing okay like that. So I don't think I'll have any issue, but we're going to probably, hopefully, maybe start putting it together next weekend. Mike's going to work on it. He's going to work on it some this week. And then next Saturday, I'm hoping if we do get it assembled, get it painted, and then maybe a week after this coming week, I'll have it in here and I'll show you what it looks like, do a video on it, and let y'all see what you think about it. But like I said, just a few other things I want to touch on. This is Easter, so I wish everybody a happy Easter. And, if you like my videos and you enjoy just, hearing stuff about Panasonic techniques or just audio, video, whatever, add me and subscribe, just do whatever you can. Give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to build up. I was really amazed at how many views my video got on my bedroom system. I think that's got more views than any of my other videos, and it really was shocking because you would think that, my theater room or my, speakers or my any of those stuff would be but it got way up there, so I appreciate y'all for that. So until next time, rediscover music with techniques.